What's up, y'all? This is episode 15 of Conversations with Coomer. Today we're here in beautiful Medellín, Colombia, at my great friend Juan Jose's farm, otherwise known as a finca, which he's third generation now for more than 100 years. You can obviously explain how much, but this is now, we just did the math. This is my 8th time here.
Wow.
And I've been coming to Colombia now for almost 2 years, I think, and have been coming since the first time I came. And now, this is like total 8 months of living here, and one of my favorite places. And Juan is an incredible guy that we've met and, built a friendship here. So wanted to highlight him, his story, the farm, and everything there. So if you just want to introduce yourself, obviously you can tell more about where you're from in Medellín and kind of, if you went to university. I know you have some other things there, but feel free to just introduce yourself.
All right. First of all, Will, you honor me with every visit that you have been here for me and my family. Big pleasure to host you, and we always have fun, as you know. So thank you, and we are super happy to have you. So my name is Juan Jose. I'm from Medellín, Colombia, born and raised here. Had the chance to live abroad around 7 years of my life. Decided to explore a little bit this beautiful earth, and I ended up here back in Medellín. I think the mountains were calling me, and here we are developing this amazing project. That it was just a dream. Since how all the big projects come and the ideas come, it's just they all come from a dream, and I feel super happy to start having people here and to offer this amazing experience to everyone.
Awesome. And actually you touched on that first point of the fact that you traveled and now you came back home. A lot of people, myself included sometimes, who may be already traveling, right? If you're watching and you're a nomad or something along those lines, you might have had this thought, is so many people in the U.S. as well, they start traveling or they leave their hometown and they feel like, I know part of it, like I feel a calling to return home, but I feel like, I don't know if I can do that. Like I feel I still have to travel, or I feel almost like it's not acceptable for me. So how did that go for you, like in terms of like that process? Like what really made you come home after seeing all the world and everything?
It's actually a really good question. It was super hard because every country has something good to offer to you. Exploring the world, meeting new cultures, it's something that I would say is addictive, because you always find good people, always meeting new places, and if you're adventurous, that kind of lifestyle is really good. What happened with me in particular was that I was feeling that I had to settle, that I have to find a place to start like growing in a professional way. Because for me in particular, I'm not a digital nomad, so I was just working in different shops. I'm a professional. I went to university and I was doing certain jobs that professionally it doesn't motivate me that much, and I knew that in my interior I could develop something big, and my dreams were always big. And in Colombia, in Medellín, to explain to you a little bit, in Colombia, in Medellín, the city in particular, people are well known to be entrepreneurs. So since we are kids, we have the example of our parents that they all want to have their companies, they all want to create new ideas. So for me, always I had in my mind, I want to have my own thing. I want to build something, but I didn't know what to do. And then after many countries, I said, no, I think it's time to go to Colombia. I think I can make something really good there. I already have the language, I have my profession, I have the experience, all this time traveling and doing different kind of jobs. So I said, well, it's time to go back, and yep, I think so far I don't regret at all. I feel super happy of what I'm doing, and it's just the beginning.
Awesome. And let's now highlight too Monte Panela, if you want to give a background on like the farm and your family's history with it, and actually what it is that we do here and that goes down. And obviously you guys, to give you a background, Jake's going to put in, or you'll see in the Colombia vlog or on my Instagram or more, you've seen probably me on horseback in Colombia, all these kind of things. Almost always that's here. So you'll see more of the actual footage, But if you just want to give kind of the background of what is the dream that you're building and what do we have now that we get to see and do.
All right. So first of all, here we are in our grandparents' farm. My grandparents they had this farm around 100 years ago. My grandpa had the farm back in the days just as a dairy business. It was just with a few cows here. He started selling the milk down to Medellín. Medellín is quite close here. By horse is even quicker than by car. Just a mountain divides us from the city. So just with a horse, you just can cross to the city. And my grandpa started doing super well. And he started buying more land and more cows. Unfortunately, he passed away very young, at the age of 58, 60 years. And nobody of my family wanted to keep going with the business. So my grandma decided to sell out all the cows, but she only asked for one thing, that it was, please don't sell the property because we have so many memories here. I grew up here. I was born in the city, but I grew up here, coming here every weekend to spend time with my cousins. I have 26 cousins. So my life was during the week going to school in Medellín, and during the weekends coming here to spend some really good time with visiting my grandma and spending time with my cousins. So I'm just selling all these so you guys know the background of where we are and what's the project that I have in mind, knowing that before it was a milk business, and now as a new generation you come with different ideas, and this idea in particular was mine. I knew that this place was worth it to visit. Every time that I was coming here, I was like super grateful and impressed how beautiful this place is, and it was when I was visiting here before. So I was like, it would be great to start bringing people here and start showing them and start to show them a little bit of us, of our culture, basically. So what motivates me more to do that after all these years of traveling in many different countries? I had this experience. Well, Colombia, as you guys know, doesn't have very good reputation, unfortunately. Every time that I was saying from Colombia, every time that I was introducing myself in any country, they immediately have these silly jokes. Oh, let's do some lines, or you're Pablo Escobar nephew. These kind of things that you just laugh about that, but after 20, 30 times of the same joke, it's like, really? There's nothing else you know about Colombia. Things are changing slowly, but still we have this heavy name in our backs, unfortunately. But as a new generations, I think we have to work together, and this is what we are doing, and that's what really motivates me to work together and change the perception and change the image that many people have. So when I came back, I saw many travelers here in Medellín 10 years ago, 8 years ago. Nobody wanted to come to Colombia, so tourism is quite new here in Colombia. So I was like, wow, we need to take advantage of all this tourism, massive tourism. So I talked with my family and I said, look, we have this beautiful place that is not a business anymore. It was just like a retirement or weekend spot just to visit. And I said to them, this place I think will be great to start hosting people and show them our culture, basically. And that's how Monte Panela began. Just a very small idea. I started bringing just a few travelers to show them the experience, to show our daily life, my activities that I used to do with my cousins when we were kids, and I put together all these activities, my grandpa's activities, and I make it as experience. And here we are now with Will coming here 6-7 times. For me, that's like that's the result of doing the good things in a good way, basically. And I think I'm doing something good to have people. And it's not just you. Many others have been here for 3-4 times that they come every time that they come to Colombia. So yeah, that's basically the story of Monte Panela. Sorry.
Yeah. No,
for
it's
being
please,
that
please.
long.
That's exactly what helps people is, they understand how the vision came to be. And if we had to talk about, right, like, today, like I said, you guys will see the film, you'll see everything, watch the Colombia vlog, watch the stories, and you'll see exactly why we keep coming back, because the quality is insane. The value and just entertainment and love that Juan Jose and everyone here at the farm shows is it truly does feel like you're home and you're welcome, which we love. But I know we've talked some. What would your vision for the future be for Monte and Panela, growing it and everything?
All right, so at the beginning it was just this little idea. I want to bring people here so they can feel the culture, they can live it, they can learn more about us. But now, every time that our visitors come here, I see their reactions, I see how they really enjoy this place. So my mind started to, thinking more and more stuff. So my vision with this place, we're gonna start very soon hosting people overnight. The main house where my grandpa and grandma they used to live, and where we still coming, we just gonna have this place as a welcoming place, but we have a lot of space to build cabins in the woods. So we're gonna start building cabins in the woods, and we're gonna start hosting people overnight. My idea with this is having them here, and then have more activities and have more experiences, so people, they can come here not just stay one night, they can stay for 1 week. My focus is focusing on digital nomads, of course, people like you guys that come here and you are a developer, you need to develop a big project, you need to be focused. What better to be here in nature? You don't hear motorbikes here, you don't hear any car, it's just birds. It's a really inspirational spot and place. It's super beautiful. You can even feel the air is super crispy. So places like this is what people looks after. Cities are important, but many people, they want to escape. So I want to bring them here, and I want to create more experiences, cooking classes. I want to focus in yoga, in meditation, in this holistic vibe and movement that is also really, really important. So we have the place, we're gonna have the setup for all these people that want to come here, but something really important is that I don't want to make it like a touristic spot.
Mm-hmm.
Like okay, so everyone here and have 100 200 people here. No, I want to make it super private, because this is still our home, but always have high standards, like serving people well and giving them unique experiences, because at the end of the day, this is what we look for. I'm a traveler, and this is what I look for. I look for experiences that that are unique and that I can only live in that place, and that's what I really want to develop here. And that's the plan, and this is just the beginning of many other things. And man, we can keep talking here of the many ideas that I have, but another one, I want to build a zip line from mountain from one side to other side, and yeah, trekking trails, biking, ATVs, and many other things that they can get done here, but everything goes step by step.
Yeah. And then, so let's switch it a little bit back to you as well. What would you say, like, about your personality or your life or your experience has allowed you to do so well and to be able to build this? Like, what makes you different than, other members of your family or other people in general?
Well, I think the funny thing about it is that I have no idea about tourism. I just I just learned. I think I have I don't know how to say this in English, like a or
a blessing.
A blessing,
Sí.
And it's my. I'm super social. I'm a people's person, basically. So I get along super well with everyone, and I think that's my biggest strength and passion about what you do. For me, showing this to all of you guys, for me, it makes me feel super happy. I think I'm as a Colombian citizen. I think I'm doing something good for the society, basically. I'm doing something good to change the image, and that motivates me very much. That Colombia is more than the things that you see in the Netflix series, and always the bad news are the ones that spread the quickest. So in your countries, you only will hear the bad news about Colombia, but the good things no. So with this place, it motivates me to be an ambassador in the future for Colombia and to put Colombia in the map. And we are. Many artists are doing really good job, and I think the new generations, we are working super well about it.
Like, it's incredible, and that's what, you know, part of the pride for me bringing here people is like bringing my father here. It's like, it's special, and then, you know, I see you accomplish that every time. And then the next question, to piggyback off of that, would be, what would you tell the younger version of Juan Jose? What would you tell him to either help him or just tell him in general, or tell someone wanting to accomplish their own dreams and follow their own passions?
Well, first of all, I think you need to explore. I think you need to try new stuff. I think you need to try this. If not, just go here. But you have to be super open-minded. In my opinion, sometimes we, as a human beings, we live in a system that they tell you that you should do this, and then after high school, then you go to uni, then find the perfect job, find the perfect girl, have kids, family, and I think sometimes you have to be out of the mold. I think you have to be more adventurous, and at the end of the day, after all these experiences and the tries and the things that you tried before, then you put them together and you will find your path, basically. As a kid, we all, when I was a kid, we all are desperate to know what's going to be our path. Well, that's what happened with me. When I was young, I was like, okay, what I'm going to be? I'm going to be successful or not? Which is going to be my path to take. But I think it's just live each moment of your life, and it will come. You will get the right path again.
Yeah, awesome. And then I would say, really, that wraps us up. It's been an incredible conversation. Let's tell everyone where to follow, if you want them to follow you, or if they can follow the Monte Panela page.
Yeah, Monte Panela. You can find us on TikTok and Instagram. En español is Monte y Panela. In English, it will be MONTEYPANELA. Monte y Panela. But in Spanish, Monte y Panela. That's where you can find us. That's where we're gonna be posting the cabins as well. Where you can book it. Then we're gonna just develop. This is quite new, so I don't have website yet, but I'm gonna develop a website very soon. So you can contact us there, and I'll be super happy to host you and to bring.
And so they can book directly through the Instagram.
Yes, so
Perfect.
They just can send me a message, direct message. Hey Juan, I just want to book. What's your availability? And then we will find a spot for you.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks for watching, all. This is episode 15, Wrapped with Juan Jose in Colombia. Gracias,
Hermano,
bro.
Muchas gracias.
See ya.
Gracias, chicos. Take care.